reassigned to B&B. So you need me to lead something else.
Get it.
Get after it. Get reassigned to B&B. So you need me to lead something else.
So we need Shark 1 with a flight lead. Get it.
Get after
Yeah, Domestos, did you want to lead something you said?
Okay. Who else is in it? There's nobody else in it. Oh, Abe.
I can join.
Is Neubauer real or Memorex?
So Lieutenant Andrew is me.
Hi.
Okay, Serpent 1 is the northern AI, or the northern seed.
Oh, we do have Blackburn and 2P.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no big deal, you just have to add a line in the config file.
I think I add that. Oh,
Strange, I
not
see him
working.
as a CS though in the comms menu.
No, yeah, only the server can really see the true action status.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Blackburn, it's case sensitive, so maybe you just, yeah, had a problem with the case.
Value is gonna be 1, right?
Yeah, make sure it's case sensitive. Make sure there's no space in front of the set.
It's a pretty finicky INI file, sorry, config file, because config files are ancient. So.
Ghost Dog, did you call it an F-18 slot?
I said I would take either an F-18 or a Viper. So if someone has a specific preference, I'm happy to move.
Okay. Fluky, he called number 3, 401.
Okay, no problem. I'll shift.
Come into Shark.
Sure thing.
Alright, my update installed fine. I'm booting up here.
So in Serpent 1-4, Lieutenant Schmidt, is that real or not?
There you go, Shark. 1-4. Yeah.
Okay, so we still have
since it's Lieutenant, it's probably AI.
We have Blackburn setting up his client server. Fluky, you just finished downloading and connecting. How many do we have? Anyone else reconnecting?
Just Fluky, I believe.
18, 19, 20. That is 20. All right. Do we have a package leader?
I can package lead or Hornets.
Hornets are the obvious choice, aren't they?
Okay, I'll do it again.
Fallen told.
Well, it just comes with the job of being a Hornet.
Ah, Hornets. Get all the kills. Have to lead everything. Alright. Stand by.
Just keep those little F-16s safe.
Our little bows. Brothers from another mother, because we don't have the same daddy. Something like that. Oh, we don't have the same mom.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
It's fine.
The F-16, being like family to the 18, which is
not. I see.
Well, they didn't want our YF-17, so we got the F-18.
Okay, guys, we're package number 17924. Okay, you got that right. Flight orders as follows: Serpent 1, which is the seed north. Shark 1, which is seed south. Snake 1 is Barcap north. Stud 1, Barcap south. Hornet 1, Barcap center, and Scout, I guess. Time of day is morning still. We have fair weather. Situation is getting pretty bad. They have broken through our bar caps on the flot and are currently doing some strike and AI missions deep within our flot. We have SAM nets that are currently firing, but they're running out of stores. We need to immediately relieve them on the northern side of the flot, and we need to suppress the SAMs on the northern side of the flot. So that's pretty much today's mission: bar cap and seed from the center of the flot all the way to the north to Hungary. That's pretty much our intent. Ground threats are as follows: known SA2, known SA3, which are both targets for the seeds. The SA3 in the north, just north of the bullseye, is objective for Serpent 1. SA2, just southwest of the bullseye, is objective for Shark 1. To the southeast of the bullseye is an SA5. That's a pop-up threat. If you can kill it, go for it. Otherwise, don't extend too far. There are known SA10s deep within the enemy plot. Also, kill any pop-up SA4s, SA6s, SA9s, whatever you can find. Prioritize SA4s, SA6s, SA11s, things like that. Barcaps, your job is to both defend the seed flights and to set up some kind of security in the northern southern plot. Hornet 1, your job is to get there first, a few minutes before everyone else, scout the area, and if need be, set up grinders to fend off any fighters on the way. After that, then Cap Center, or Barcap Reserve for any of the other Barcaps that need assistance. The air threats are pretty much vast. Before, we only had to worry about a few SU-27s flankers and many MiG-21s and MiG-23s. We shut down the MiG-21 and MiG-23 base in the south and the north. It's a bit different story. It's all MiG-29s, SU-35s we're starting to see, and the dreaded MiG-31s. So quite a bit different threat versus the coast versus the more inland area. We're fighting much higher tech and much more numerous fighters. Commit ranges for all bar caps will be, let's set that at 60 miles, start prepping your grinder, 40 miles commit. Try not to dig too deep into the enemy plot. As you know about the SA-10s, we don't know the exact location, but they are somewhere within, stand by.
Bunch of Luca.
Okay. It's pretty far and deep. Yeah, don't extend too deep into the plot. Otherwise, just be a bit defensive, but commit at 40 miles. Sequence of events. Hornets will take off first and fly Scout for the rest of the package. Everyone else fly Carrot per your steer points. Hornet will come up from the south and meet up in front of the package at a rendezvous point. I think it's everyone's steer point 3. Is it the rendezvous point, sort of? Dark?
Yeah, I made that kind of an Alamo.
Okay. Do we have... Let's see, what's our Patriot situation up north? We have a Patriot almost right in the center of our forces. And there's a MiG almost overflying that Patriot, and a MiG-29S. It's a middle aircraft. It's the Patriot's just south of him, so he's either defending or something's going on with that Patriot. But we use that as an Alamo point, and of course our Steer 3 is an Alamo point, or fallback point. Method of, method for the package is we have north-south lines. Reference the map on the forums, or just have that pulled up. In the center is going to be Hornet, and north and south we have a north Barcap, north seed, south Barcap, south seed. And your flights is sort of pretty much coordinated that way. Stay in your zones, and if one zone gets overwhelmed, Hornet will try to assist. If the zone is still overwhelmed, then I'll try to call you in, or someone will call you in to that area to assist. Succession of command and data link. I'll host data. Succession of command following that is going to be either one of the escorts, anyone that's still alive, or not not engaged defensive. So if we're in the north and I go down and Dark Fiber is engaged defensive, Kraus take over. If Kraus is engaged defensive and I'm also assisting and I go down in the south, Dark, you take over. Do it like that. Otherwise, one of you guys decide who to take over, just whichever. And also, if you take over, anytime you're package lead, you're going to be hosting data. Oh, you guys are cool with that, Dark and Cross?
Copy.
Yeah, Raj.
About it, we have supporting aircraft. We have an AWACS landing, but we have an AWACS taking off a good 5 or 6 minutes before we take off, and so they'll be flying almost directly behind us the whole way in, and they'll scout anything for us. Hopefully, the AWACS is communicating with us. If not, make sure you VID targets. communications standard SOP listed on the forms or on your flight cards on the forms. Hornets, you have a weird channel on your flight card for the tower. Just copy that down. Any questions?
Yeah, so the TOTs are very slow, imply a very slow cruise speed. It's almost stalling out for the escorts, and it's only 300 knots for the seeds.
It'll take a long time to take off, like a little bit longer than 6 minutes to get in and then to take off. So it'll actually make sense.
Okay, but what is how are we controlling the air defenses on the FLOT? Like, when am I cleared to go to my patrol point?
Well,
there's an SA2. There's an SA2 overlapping where I'm supposed to be patrolling. So
the seed will be just behind you. They'll kill it. Win.
Okay. They're going to be ahead of me, right? Because that's what the TOT says.
Who's flight lead to Sark 1, by the way?
Me, Domestos.
So if you cross, Domestos will call you door open for that SA2.
All right.
And my plan, Kraus, was to fly in about 10 miles trail of you and let you clear the way. And if you decide it's clear to come through, we'll come through.
Sorry, guys.
In terms of the air picture.
So you want me to be on station first? Because that's not what the TOT says.
No, I know, but I was going to talk to you. It seems to make sense if you just literally 10 miles ahead of us, we'll fly in trail.
Okay.
And if we all have to retrograde, we'll do that and sort ourselves out.
All right, so we'll do it like that. Yeah, escorts clear the way for enemy fighters. When set, see do your thing, kill those SAMs or any pop-up SAMs that we don't know about on the FLOT. Other than that, any final questions from flight leads?
So,
yeah, Biggie.
Just to be sure, for the Hornets on Roosevelt, the tower is 2 to 7.9 then?
Yes.
Because it's different than the first time we flew this.
Yep, it's different.
Okay.
Alright guys, kill some Soviets. Switch channels.
Could you drag me, please?
User left
Apex
your
2 for Snake 1, please.
channel. User left your channel. User left your channel. Out of your User left your channel. User left your channel. User left your channel. User left your channel. Was moved out of your channel. User left your channel. User left your channel.
Yeah, can I get moved to wherever Domestos is going? I think it's flight 2 we're getting.
Shark 2.
I think Domestos might need moved as well.
Removed.
There we go.
Hello.
Hey.
Right, Abe.
Yes.
Sorry, Abelian. Are you Andrew?
No,
Negative.
it's me.
Oh, air brake. Okay, mate. How much have you flown?
I got a little bit of experience, like 200 hours, I think, on BMS.
Okay. Are you confident to have Ghost Dog as your wingman, or would you rather swap?
I'd rather swap, yeah.
Okay, no problem. I'll deal with that.
Ghost Dog, mate?
Yeah, of
Take
course.
the 3.
What I'll do is I'll pop out the channel for a second, or I'll pop up the. Hang on. Okay, you should have a slot free there for you now.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm just a little bit uncomfortable with the comms because I haven't flown multiplayer for long.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. No problem. Basically, gentlemen, we're being escorted by Kraus. That's actually good news. What I plan to do is ingress to the targets about 10 miles in trail of Kraus. If he's hit with a wall of MiGs, then we may need to help him deal with that. We'll take that sort of instruction from him. As soon as these SAMs begin to light up, if we can continue and launch, we will. If we can't, we're going to have to retrograde basically until the air threat is dealt with. I mean, basically, I don't think Kraus is going to be able to penetrate the SA-2 until we've killed it. Similarly, we're not going to be able to penetrate that airspace until he's cleared it of Su-27s, MiG-31s, MiG-29s, and all sorts of unholy shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
What we'll do is we'll ingress in slightly behind Kraus, looking for the targets. The primary target is this SA-2. If you make a mark, a steer point on the SA-2, can you find it, or do you need help?
I've got it between steers 5 and 6. That's the one, right?
that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
got
that's
it.
the one that
Also, you're there. If you project the line from 6 to 5 up to the northeast, there's an SA3. Mark that as well. That's
Yep.
not our target, but we may get lucky.
Yep. The other thing I'll point out, Domestus, is to the east of the SA2, about a grid square along, you've got an SA5 to the east, which is within lethal range for Steers 5 and 6.
Yeah, I've seen. Okay. Mark that as well. That's a secondary target. If it lights up,
Yeah.
we kill it.
Yeah. It's just something to be aware of more than anything else. If you get painted in that direction, then it's something to know about.
If it launches on you, you need to respect that, gentlemen.
And just a quick reminder as well, remember we also have the possibility of pop-up SA11s and SA6s along the front line.
Yeah, so those SA6s, 11s, whatever, we will deal with those on an ad hoc basis. What I don't want us to do is fire all our harms at the same target. So
yeah,
basically, if the SA2, if you think you've got a good shot on the SA, let me know and I will clear you to take it. Then we'll know who's done what. And then we'll just adopt that principle for the rest of the threats that pop up.
So all harm shots will be under your clearance?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it would be quick. You know, I'm not going to mess about. If you're in a position to take the shot, let me know. Or just let me know that you've taken it.
Sure.
Yeah, does that make sense?
Sure,
I don't
absolutely.
Want us all firing at the same thing. That's it really. Other than, like I say, we'll follow in behind Krause's flight, and I think that's probably about it, really.
Yeah, so it'd definitely be a good idea to make sure they're on our data link along with the other flight leads.
Yeah, that's right. They should be 4-1. So yeah, I'm going to prioritize them on my data link. You can use TACAN if you like. If you look at the comms card, we are the 12X block of TACANs, and we're on Victor 2.
Unless you direct me to Domestus, I'm not going to mess around with it because I like the idea of having TACAN set to the Aviano just in case something goes and explodes on me.
I know it's redundant because of the data link. To be honest, I don't think I plan to use it.
I mean, I'll use it if the rest of the flight is, but I've no desire to necessarily.
Don't worry about it then. Let's not bother. So we'll do standard 4-ship takeoff. 1 and 2 will line up on the runway and take off. 3 and 4 will then line up on the runway and take off behind us. I want a fairly wide formation. I don't want us all flying bunched up.
10-mile spread?
Not quite. That's probably a bit over the top.
I was meaning between the elements.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you can. 10-mile spread is okay as long as you've got your data link and you're happy with that.
I figured that way, if you get engaged, I'll be able to spot the SAMs, you'll be able to go defensive, and I'll be able to throw a harm at it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, it may come to that, to be honest. If they don't light up, we were going to have to probably fly into their zone and let one of them provoke them into doing a launch, which we'll judge that as we get going.
Sure. Sometimes it's the way to do it, especially with this terrain. From what I remember from previous experiences here, that the SAM operators here don't just fire at our max; they do let you in a little longer.
Just a little point. If there are any SA4s that pop up, that is an extremely fast missile. If you're launched on by an SA4, split S and get out of it, and then let me know what's going on.
Yeah.
Don't waste time. You probably won't outrun it, to be honest. But it is a nasty, horrible missile, and get low as well.
I think something like Mach 5 it's capable of. It's got solid rocket boosters on the edge of the fucking thing. It is the most Kerbal missile you've ever seen. It's ridiculous.
Also, let's not go any further east than that line steer points 5 and 6, unless we decide to have a go at that SA5, which we'll do that on merit.
Okay.
Because there's a whole host of nastiness. That's about it, really. That's all I have to say. I think the weather's fairly average, nothing too drastic. As I say, you've got your data card with all your waypoints on it. You've all got 2 harms each. And as long as we're careful with them, we should be able to kill a lot of stuff. Obviously, once we've disposed of our harms, if the fuel situation allows, we will try and back up the escort but we are not a dedicated air-to-air flight, so we'll see how that goes. Happy with that? Any questions?
I am.
Yep.
As in, I'm happy.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I got a question here. In case we got separated, do you have any regroup point, like a reference?
Yeah, actually, good point, well spotted. On the map, if you look at the southeast of steer point 7, there is a Patriot battery.
Yeah, okay.
Mark that. What we'll do is we'll use that as a fallback point. I'm hoping that by the time we get there, that 29 will be dead. So that is a fallback point if everybody gets lost. Are you all comfortable with the data link and all that sort of modern stuff?
I am.
Yeah, kind of.
If you have any questions, I can
do anything basically.
Yeah, right. Just set it in the first place. But we do it on the ground, do we?
Yeah.
No, you don't need to set it. It'll just come up. Somebody will be hosting the data link.
Oh, good then.
So you should see your flight members appear. What you could do, do you know how to add other flight members to the data link?
Yeah.
Okay, you could add 4-1 because that's our escort specifically.
Yeah, right. So that's what I was saying. Yeah, the package leads of the other flights.
Yeah,
the flight leads. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's 5 flights, so you could do the package. You could do the flight leads for each one down through banks 5 through 8.
Yeah. That's about it, really. So I'm good with that. I'm just going to talk to Kraus so he knows what our plan is.
So tell me again, this Patriot is the 124th Air Defense Battalion?
Wait, I'll just check for you. It's okay, Domestos, you do your thing. I'll hang around here for these guys.
Back up in the other channel.
Yeah, just give it. Once you're ready, just drag us up. Yeah, it's the 124th air break.
Okay, thanks.
So yeah, I've got that marked as the
User
Patriot
left your
system as
channel.
well, because I figure if the worst comes to worst, we know kind of what's our ring of protection, so to speak. Darkfiber said that the Alamo, like the fallback position for the whole unit, for the whole package, was going to be steer 3. So just bear that in mind as well, guys. So if you're looking at the data link and there's a lot of stuff cluttered over steer 3, then pop your head up and pay attention to that. That could be a high traffic zone. We could have a lot of people in the same space there. But all you have to do, Abe, is stick to Domestos. Airbrake, all you have to do at the moment is stick with me and be my eyes as well. Help me out with that. If you can stay on my wing and keep eyes and keep the plane and get the plane home, that's all I need basically. That's all we ever ask as a unit here is that you get the plane home safe. So, likewise, if there's missile launches or whatever, feel free to call them. I've never ever told anyone not to call a SAM launch. Don't assume that someone's seen them.
Technical question.
Go ahead.
Is there any good way to get a bullseye call out on from your harm HTS?
No. What we would usually do.
Guesstimate.
Yeah, your best guesstimate would be fine. If you don't have the time or the mental arithmetic to do that, just go SA2 target area. We all know which SA2 we are targeting for our call sign.
Yeah. I guess like I've been in situations where there's like multiple SA6s pop up, and
yeah,
nice to sort them somehow. But
yeah, you could do a bullseye from approximate bullseye from a steer point. Yep. SA6 10 miles south steer 6.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We're
We're not looking for letter perfect brevity in this community. If it gives everyone an idea where it is, it's cool. So whatever is the quickest mental workout for you to give, if you can be more accurate to say 10 miles east of steer 6 than do a rough bullseye, that's irrelevant. Like, do that instead. But for me, if that was me in my position, and I know that between steers 5 and 6 is our target area for the SA2, I would just say SA6, pop up SA6 target area. Most people that are in my neck of the woods are going to pay attention to that. Kraus is going to listen to that. Our flight's going to listen to that. And obviously, if the Hornets get dragged over there, they're going to hear it too.
And as a number 2, should I be saying that on uniform, on package comms, or?
I would defer to Domestos about how he wants to run it.
Yeah.
If you were in my flight, I would tell you that if you want to call a Magnum, you call over uniform so everyone can hear it's being launched.
It probably depends on how cluttered package comms are.
Yeah, play it as you see it. If it was me, certainly if you were my wingman, I would ask. I've certainly planned on calling Magnum launches over UHF. Okay. I would call any missile launch over UHF so that it's in a format of, because you don't want, for example, Kraus to be engaging the same air contact I am, or vice versa.
Right.
There's just not enough missiles on our wings to do that. My BMS has just crashed. I'll be back in a second. But yeah, now to answer your question, I would say if you're going to run it by Damascus, of course, but I would say Magnum and Fox 3 calls would be in the uniform in the package.
Roger. Thanks.
Some of the package leads don't like that, so all that you'll hear is Shark 3 commencing seed, and then once we're all Arizona, Shark 3 seed window is closed or whatever, so we'll see what. But if that's the case, then it's Domestos that communicates that, not us anyway. So we'll leave it up to how they want it run. I think, to be honest, if it's really cluttered, yeah, just keep it in the Victor. But I don't think it's going to get that cluttered.
I was just a little worried with all the high-tech modern fighters around.
Yep, that's what the escorts are for, though. You just got to let them do their job.
Yeah,
Teamwork's the name of the game.
I'm just worried that the comms will get cluttered. Is all. I'm sure they'll do.
If the comms get cluttered, probably don't mention on uniform. I would say apply common sense, but there's no such thing as common sense these days, so I'll spell it out. If you don't feel that you could get a word in edgeways, don't try and get on the uniform. If you feel like you can get a word in edgeways and it's actually going to help, then by all means message it out.
Yep, got it.
I trust your judgment in most situations with these things. Most people have a brain between the ears and they know how to use it. I think everyone's just about ready, so hopefully they're going to drag us up in a moment. You know what? I'm still restarting my BMS, so I'll just come up and let them know we're ready. Are you guys happy to go back up? Yeah.
Yeah, I go up.
Cool.
User left your channel. Channel
bar
switched.
caps, set up your grinders. Generally try to keep the bar caps sorted so dark is in the north, cross is in the south. Or stick is in the north, stud is in the south. And Hornet will try to stick to area as best they can, but we still may get jumped from the flanks. So, be prepared across to cover the southern flank.
To your channel.
Or dark
I'm
together
prepared.
flank. Right.
Ghost Dog just needs to quickly reconnect to the team, because stupid computer.
I have to reconnect as well.
Got it. Okay, Foxy, is everyone peer-to-peer? Or
Yep.
Got it. Any questions from anyone whatsoever?
So, it's not a question, it's a recommendation. I recommend that we go over some, at least, basic air brevity for when you've been launched on. I think that's important.
Alright. Well, depending on what you're defending, let's say you're defending a mud, that's a common one we may face, a mud 4. So, if you're defending a mud 4, you want to say, defending a mud 4, 12 o'clock. Defending mud 4, 3 o'clock. Defending mud 4, 10 o'clock. Say first, the keyword I'm defending. Say what it is: mud 4, adder, archer, MiG-29, defending whatever, MiG-31, and then say the direction. You're probably not going to know the distance, but at least you'll say a direction, which would be just a direction from where you're currently flying. And that way your other flight can look at you on the data link and say, okay, it's to his 3 o'clock right now, which would be over, somewhere over there ish. And so they have a general idea what you're defending, and what direction it's coming from. Is that good enough, Kraus?
Sure. I also think that what's important as well is the brevity code spiked or spike. So it basically means that you have an air-to-air contact in tracking mode shooting at you. So if you want to say you're defending a MiG-29, it's spiked 20, defending spike 29, 6 o'clock. Basically means this MiG is shooting at me in an active tracking mode, and I'm in east of my 6 o'clock. Or you can use direction if you don't want to use clock. You can say north, south, whatever. Also, the launch indication on your RWR for a SAM is Singer. So same brevity code. It's defending Singer 6, like 3 o'clock. Means you're defending an SA6 to your 3 o'clock. And SAM, the brevity code SAM, means you visually tally a missile coming off the ground and shooting at you, or if you visually tally the missile. So it sounds like pedantic, but it's not, because when you're being shot at, you have to convey this really complex information in a short amount of time, and if it's not communicated properly, then people can't help you.
Okay, cool. Any other questions?
Just a very quick question that came up from Shark while we were down there, Domestus. Do you want Magnum shots declared in the UHF? Depending on how cluttered it is, of course.
Yeah, if it's do the best you can with Magnum calls. It'd be nice to know, like, Magnum SA4, that we're defending.
Exactly.
Know that,
yeah.
Like, something's on the way, right? Like, something's gonna kill it, so I don't have to be like, kill it, and so I know you've already shot it.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, that's what I was explaining to them. This is in an ideal world, we would put the informative out there on the uniform individually, but if it gets too cluttered, we'll probably be pretty quiet. We'll keep the channel clear for air contact. And all you'll probably hear, I would think what you would hear from us, Domestus, would be seed begins, seed ends.
Yeah, just try to give a general area where you're shooting. If you're not able to give it, it's no big deal. It's just if you can give like a bullseye area, like even if this is a cardinal and then like east bullseye, 20 miles, something like that, or just even like north of bullseye.
Well, I was just saying to them, like for example, the SA2 in our area, we would just say Magnum SA2 target area. Yep. Everyone's going to know what that means.
Perfect. We know what that means.
Yep. So for the northern seed, something I may reference is there's a smaller strip, Brezovac, and I may just my references from there.
Okay.
All right. Let's do IVC checks top to bottom, starting with Serpent 1.
Serpent 1-1.
Sorry guys, briefing's almost up. We're just doing some checks and then we'll be ready to take off.
Serpent 1-2.
Yep.
Serpent 1-4.
Shark 1-1.
Shark 1-2.
Shark 1-3. Airbreak, are you just joining us again?
Serpent 1-3. Did you get me first?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out my
okay,
controllers.
got you now.
Continue on.
Airbreak, just
Snake
hold down.
1-1.
Oh, sorry.
Snake 1-2.
Snake 1-3.
Snake 1-4.
Stud 1-1.
Okay, stud 1-3.
Hornet 1-1.
Hornet 1-2.
Hornet 1-3.
Hornet 1-4.
He stud 1-4. We didn't. Sorry, stud, Blackburn. We didn't hear you.
For what?
IVC check.
Just hit F1.
Hold down F1 and say your call sign.
Make sure your game is selected.
Yeah, if you're using window mode.
Okay, we also missed a few others.
Yeah, Shark 1-4 seems to have dropped out. That was somebody, Andrew. I've forgotten who it is now.
Yeah, it's Airbreak.
It's Airbreak.
Are you okay? Are you coming back in?
Yeah, I am. Just
Start
figuring out my
1-3.
controllers.
You're good.
Okay, you're good, Baki.
Ah, cool. I think the game had disconnected. Don't know why.
Okay, and Serpent. Who we're missing from? We're missing one more, right?
Stud 1-4 didn't say anything yet. Hey, Blackburn.
Mate, I'm trying.
From your channel.
Okay. I'm sure obviously he's connected.
Yeah, Blackburn had to disconnect to change his client mode previously, so maybe just didn't kill the latency process.
Yeah, it can happen.
So kill everything, Blackburn. Just close everything, close IBC, and then reconnect, and it should work.
Okay.
Okay, everyone take a 3-minute break while we sort this out.
Well, let me check.
Be right back.
Oh, I've got Blackburn on the IVC server now, so yeah, just try with F1. Okay, so I see you talking on the IVC server, but we can't hear anything, maybe.
I make sure my right microphone is selected in the IVC menu.
I have only one microphone, man.
Okay, so one big issue with IVC is it auto selects what microphone and or audio devices you use. So the way I solved it was like just unplugging any audio device that I'm not using for IVC, and that's the best way I've found to get around it. Like if you have speakers or like another mic that you're not using, I just unplug those, and then that way IVC only has one option to choose.
User joined your
He
channel.
just said he's only got one mic.
Okay, and like do you have speakers and headset, or just headset?
He's connected to the IVC server for sure. When he's pressing the key, I've got the line.
Yep, you get the key, but
yeah, must be a setting.
Like I said, I just have one microphone and one speaker could be selected, so...
Okay.
Is F1 chosen your setup to talk?
Let's figure out something real quick. Blackburn, can you hear us? Can you hear me right now?
Let me check from the local control.
Blackburn?
Did the server just crash?
No.
No.
No, but you just left. Chris, you just left.
Mm-hmm.
So Blackburn, were you not hearing me or not hearing anyone in IVC?
I can't hear anyone on IVC.
That's interesting. Okay.
So verify the IP is correct in the IVC.
He's connected.
Yeah, he's connected, but he can't.
Oh, okay.
He can't hear or talk. That's what I was thinking. Like it could be like a device issue.
Yeah, you have an IVC client program open right now, and you should check the sound devices in the bottom just to be sure.
Yeah, maybe you have like a webcam and it selects the webcam as the microphone.
Oh, that's so annoying when it happens to me, like.
Yeah.
Airbreak, how are you getting on?
Sure sounds like he's talking out of a webcam.
Just having some trouble with my controllers, just all unmapped.
Did you start? Are you using TargetScript?
Yeah, I did. It worked like 1 hour ago. I just had a flight.
Yeah, I always start TargetScript without TeamSpeak open. TeamSpeak lately has been messing with TargetScript.
Oh, Guzzy,
okay.
I found the fix for that.
Oh, how?
Yeah.
Using Target.
No, it's settings inside TeamSpeak.
User disconnected from your
The
channel.
options. You have to go into the keybinds, and in the bottom, you've got a drop-down menu with default or keyboard and mouse only. You have to set it on keyboard and mouse only, and you will not have any problem with TeamSpeak anymore.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, I had the same with my X55 program. That worked.
So where's that setting, Foxy?
Tool, options, then keybinds, and you should be able to see on the bottom a drop-down menu with default or keyboard and mouse only.
Okay.
I'm back.
Blackburn, have you figured out how to fix this?
Blackburn, can you hear me?
There you go.
Yeah, we can hear you.
User joined your channel.
Okay, yeah, that was the problem.
Blackburn, can you hear us? Just say your call sign.
Yeah, I can hear you.
There we go.
Yep, say your call sign. Do you know your call sign?
Blackburn?
Shark12.
Oh, sorry.
Nice one.
Rock on.
That was Shark14, sorry.
Nah, you're
Star
good.
1. Star 4. Okay, Star 1 4.
You got it, man. You got it.
Blackburn 1-4.
Didn't you with other
This,
71s here?
ladies and gentlemen, is how UOAF memes are born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grand failure there.
We're just waiting on air
We're gonna
brake.
go over some SOPs. Oh, air brake? Still okay?
Yeah, I'll be there in a second.
Got it. Alright, I'm just gonna go over SOPs where you connect. TeamSpeak muted during flight. Use Shift T to chat in game if you have a tech issue. That's Shift T. And just basically state that you have an issue, like, hey, my track IR is not working, or hey, I can't hear anyone. And then, and if you have an issue, say what you have. People may be able to sort you out right then. If not, close your BMS, close your IVC. You need to kill your IVC process. Get your issues sorted out using typically instant action to see if everything works. Track IR, your pedals, whatever. Reconnect to the server, verify their issues are sorted out, and rejoin. You only will be allowed to reconnect once if you have an issue, so that way we don't mess up the server. Landings at airbases will follow overhead brake. Just follow your flight lead. After you land and exit BMS or you get knocked out, jump down to another channel and chat with others. That'll be in the debriefing room. And make sure you don't host data unless you're the package lead. And make sure your flight leads have gone over how to add everyone to data. So that's about it. We're going to be committing as taxi. And that's about it. So make sure everyone commits as taxi. If you set it up as ramp before, just switch it over.
And here's where we find out if taxiway alpha is fixed.
User joined your channel.
All right, here we go. Let's connect or go taxi in order. By the way, did you get your issue sorted out, Eric?
Yeah, I got.
Talk to us on IVC.
Okay.
Airbrake, can you hear me?
Airbrake? Airbrake, are you not hearing us on IVC?
I don't hear you on IVC. I just did an IVC check.
We don't hear you.
Yeah, he's not connected.
Airbrake, we don't hear you if you can hear me.
Okay, Airbrake, you're gonna...
I don't see him on the server. I mean on the TeamSpeak server, IVC server.
Okay, so when you back out next time, make sure you fully kill IVC process.
That's in your task manager, by
Right.
the way.
Also make sure you typed in the IP into the section for IVC as well. You can't just leave it blank.
Hey, Gasman.
Is that Su-35 flight is going for the AWACS?
The AWACS does have a half cap moving towards it. Hopefully it'll get there in time.
Yeah, because it's pretty close and they're going north.
There's also some mirages to the east of it. One would think the AWACS would direct them over.
No, it's 2000D, so only 8 seekers.
It's better than what the AWACS is carrying.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
How did the 35 get that far without anybody tackling it?
I don't know, but it looks like there's a typhoon or something, like just like miles and miles and miles south of it, like just coming and going to chase after it. Like, come on, I'll get you.
Well, there's Patriot's battery on the east.
Yeah, hopefully the Patriots will sort them out.
Okay, so for taxiing today at Aviano, theoretically, update 3.6 should have fixed the potholes. So I don't think we have to necessarily do the Sierra Loop.
Which makes me happy.
Somebody gonna have to be a guinea pig.
Who wants to test it?
Who's going to be the first one in? That's going to be.
God, it's me, isn't it?
Yeah. Welcome. Well done, Nighthawk. You're the 1-1 as well. You'll be the first one up the taxiway.
You gotta send in the new guy. Send star number 4, whoever the fuck that is. Send him in there, man.
Just everyone move out the way.
Mate, let's hand me, mate.
Human
That's-
mean shield.
Recon by casualty.
Recon by front armor, man. That's how it works.
This is only in multiplayer it gives the issue, is it?
I think it's
Somebody
everywhere.
posted on the forum and said it was back.
It was back.
Yeah, let me go check. Hold on.
Guess who's back?
Oh yeah, it made it
Back again. Pothole's back. Tell some friends.
Getting ambushed.
Now it's both in Sierra Loop and on the Alpha one.
God.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Gussie posted on 918.
Okay, Airbricks, you
Oh,
managed
that
to
was-
connect the IVC server this time, so you should be able to test the IVC.
That was before the patch.
Yeah, it's before the
yeah,
patch.
okay.
Shark 1-4.
Yeah.
There we go.
Free.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this. Serpent 1-1.
Get your ass in.
Let's go.
Alright.
Serpent 1-2. Taxi.
Serpent 1-3, taxi.
Alright.
Serpent 1-4, taxi.
Shark 1-1 taxi.
It really should have been called Guinea Pig 1-1.
Shark 1-3 taxi.
Shark 1-4 taxi.
Stud
Snake
1-1.
1-1.
Oops.
Make sure you're at the taxiway, guys.
Snake 1-2.
Stud 1-2.
Snake 1-3, commit.
Start 1-3.
Snake 1-4 commit.
Stud 1-2 has to restart real quick. My VC, my finger just crashed.
Kaiser.
1 shot second.
Okay, I'm back in. Okay.
9 seconds.
Hot ding diggly dang.
Keep it going.
Hornet 1-1 taxi.
1-2 taxi.
Oh God. Oh, no more
Three.
ramp.
No, I'm good. I'm just wasn't focused. Everybody relax.
Current win 4 taxi.
I'm
Okay,
good. I
that
just
one's
wasn't
in
paying
ramp, right?
attention.
And someone is lying or something. Oh, there we go.
Did we save? Hey, did we save the mission, Foxy?
I didn't.
I did.
Save it,
Let me
please.
do it.
Oh boy.
That was close.
Okay, save. Oh.
Is somebody in ramp start? Is it supposed to be starting this far out?
No, Foxy's just saving the game.
Yeah, but I'm
Oh,
back.
okay.
I'm on the on this.
There we go.
Okay.
Believe.
Meeting channel.
Alright.
Your channel was edited.
Alright, guys.
User left your channel.
You waited long enough. I got 5 years for 50 minutes of watching us plan. You guys are hardcore. Half of them will probably be flying with me right now. Let's face it. Let's have a look. Pack yourselves in for a long one, guys. Unless it crashes, in which case it's going to be a much shorter flight. Excuse me.
Wow, the silence.
Yeah.
That's the sound of a lot of people focusing. Dear God, we're fucked.
Sound of fapping.
At least the Brits could give us some banter.
Nah, we're too busy watching that SU-22 shoot down. We haven't seen an AMRAAM in a long, long time.
It's too expensive.
What do they use
I
instead?
mean, you could use the 300 million you saved from being in the European Union per week to buy MRAMs.
Nah,
That would have been a campaign that I could have been behind.
Nah, that's going on to carrier number 2. That's we're keeping that for the forecasted spike in the F-35 budget. This rate, we'll be able to afford 2 squadrons instead of just 2, instead of just 1. Hey Olaf, how's it going? There's Falcon tonight. Red Turbo, hi. You shouldn't be flying soon. Just waiting on the loading screen.
There's people hating on Arma in the wargame chat.
Awesome.
Not sure why, but
You actually read the wargame chat? Wow, you must hate yourself. Olaf, tonight is Falcon BMS. This will be the F-16 Block 52 with 2 times harms, 2 times drop tanks, 2 times AIM-120 Charlies, 2 times AIM-9X, and an ECM pod, armed target silencer, and targeting pod. Fairly decently load out it. We'll be flying from Aviano Air Base in Italy. We'll be striking SA-2s, possibly SA-3s, and anything else that pops up in between. Around about the border between Bosnia and, I want to say, Croatia or Serbia.
Shark 1-3, ready for departure.
We don't know. We're hoping probably not. We're not going that far into the game.
Snake 1-2, this is Snake 1-1, check in on Vic 3.
Lobo 1-2, orbit for station 6,000.
3 in the pit.
Lobo 1-2, orbit for station 6,000.
3, got you.
Lobo 1-2, maintain 300 knots. Lobo 1-1, orbit for station 5,000.
3's rolling now. Got nothing in front of me apart from a whole bunch of people rubber banding. Everything okay?
Sun 1-2,
Yeah,
ready for departure.
I'm gonna go to fixed
Lobo
taxi line.
1-2, orbit for station 6,000. Lobo 1-2, maintain 300 knots. Lobo 1-1, orbit for station 5,000. Lobo 1-1, maintain 300 knots.
Serpent 1-1, Aviano Tower. You are cleared for takeoff, runway 05. Serpent 1-2, Aviano Tower. You are cleared for takeoff, runway 05.
Serpent 1-1, ready for departure.
Lobo 1-1, descend to 5,000, maintain 250 knots. Turn right heading 270, runway 05.
Blackburn, switch to Victor 4. Snake 1-2, ready for departure.
Three holding short at Alpha.
So let me just get this right. Flight, check in.
Aviano Tower.
Position and hold.
Shark 1-2.
Shark
3.
1-3.
Shark
Aviano
1-3.
Tower.
Position and hold.
Good stuff. Second
Shark
one.
1-1, Aviano Tower. You are cleared for takeoff, runway 05.
Shark 1-3 didn't check in, it was me.
Shark 1-2, Aviano Tower.
I
You are
thought it
cleared
was
for
Shark 1-3.
takeoff, runway 05.
3's here.
Snake 1-1.
Aviano Tower.
Position and hold.
3 is holding short at Taxi Alpha.
Aviano Tower.
Position and hold. Snake 1-3.
Aviano Tower.
Position and hold. Snake 1-4.
Aviano Tower.
Position and hold.
Shark 1-3, Aviano Tower. Position and hold. Serpent 1-1, Aviano Tower. You are cleared
Okay,
for
4, I'm
takeoff,
assuming
runway
you're behind
05.
me. We're going to be following the last in line.
Serpent 1-2, Aviano Tower. You are cleared for takeoff, runway 05. Shark 11, taxi, runway 05.
Serpent 11,
Aviano Tower, Shark 1, entering runway,
Logo
taxi,
12,
runway
descend
05.
to 5000, turn right heading 290, runway 05.
Sky 14, ready for departure.
Snake 12, Aviano Tower, position and hold.
Break.
13, Aviano Tower, position and hold.
Taxi Alpha is not sweet.
Snake 14, Aviano Tower, position and hold. Serpent
4.
11,
Go around.
Tower,
Go back
position
along
and
the.
hold.
Go back around by the
Serpent
Sierra Loop.
12, Aviano Tower, position and hold. Snake
Say again,
11,
please.
taxi, runway 05.
Leads 3.
Serpent 13,
The tower. The taxiway is still broken.
Oh, sugar.
14,
Okay.
taxi clear of the runway. Serpent
I should go on the grass.
Negative.
Lining up, runway 05 right. Who's that now? Is that 2?
Resume on navigation.
2 selectors left. Okay, so 3 status, are you dead?
3's got a collapsed gear. I may have to back out and back in again, see what happens. 4 is attempting to go around me.
Understood.
Runway 05.
All stations, there's a pothole
Taxi clear of the runway.
on taxiway Alpha. Please note that Ghost Dog is stuck in it. You go around it, please.
Shark 12, Aviano Tower.
In that case,
Surfer 1 is departing.
4 lined up on the runway behind 1 and 2.
Pushing you 4 months.
4, roger.
Aviano Tower. You are cleared for takeoff. Runway
And call when
05.
set.
Shark 12,
I'm gonna back out and hope that shit gets fixed.
Okay, well, we're going to take off, and I hope you can catch us.
Wish me luck.
Just take off on pitch up. Okay, run them up. Brakes on.
So the
Brakes
bug
off in 3, 2, 1.
in Falcons
Full burn.
3.5,
3,
this
2,
bug
1,
was around,
now.
and it would result in the nose wheel collapsing at the taxiway around Aviano Air Base.
Aviano Tower, Shark 1,
2 and 3 departing runway 05.
And well, as you can see, there's the results. So I'm hoping to rejoin and just let my AI magic itself alive. If that doesn't work, I don't have a flight tonight because there are no other aircraft. We had 20 people in and there are exactly 20 planes. So we'll see how this goes. At least the bug's documented. The guys who are hopefully watching this for Balkans 3.6 can see it happen. Nope. Apparently there's another slot for me somewhere. Fucked if I know where. Well, you saw that there for yourself. There aren't any spaces left. Chris has got his flight. Everyone else has got theirs. My slot is not working anymore thanks to a bug that was supposedly fixed that isn't. Fuck my life. Yeah, well, these things happen. No flying tonight.
Disconnected.
I will catch you all sometime after now. I'm really sorry about the really long wait and nothing to see. Gibson, they can't because if they have a dedicated spare, the AI will fly it, and we'll have AIs running around like dumb shits, flying over terrain that they have no business flying around in. So we don't want to do that. Because if that airframe gets lost, or if it gets shot down and there's an AI in it, then it's gone for the duration of the campaign, unless we get a replenishment. The way we play is that all airframes are lost if they're on perma. They're perma lost. So if we end up with a squadron with 8 planes, then we either have to pull them from we have to pull other squadrons in, or we have to wait. I think we'll give it 1 in-game week, so 7 days or 4 or 5 days at the most, before we'll do renewals. We'll put in extra airframes in, and that's to counter for like logistics and stuff like that happening in real life. So there you have it. Even if I did somehow take a spare plane, it wouldn't be connected to the data link. It wouldn't be so I wouldn't have the same situational awareness of the rest of the flight. So it's not a simple case of just me borrowing a flight. Will do, Eagle. Hang on a second. Let me have a look at it now, actually. To answer your question, Eagle, yeah, pretty much the stream is over, unless there's a plane for me, which I'm not going to have anyone else leave just to benefit me. That's not fair. Everyone else has been waiting all week to play, so it shouldn't be why inconvenience two people. But you have it firsthand that Falcons 3.6 still has a bug on Aviano Airbase at Taxiway Alpha that nobody else decided to tell me about. Oh well. It's fine. They're all volunteers. They do it in their own spare time. I'm not going to fault them for it. Fuck, they've done more than I ever could. We'll have a look. See what's going on. But yeah, I think I will call the flying out for tonight, because I'm in a bit of a huff right now. And I will see you all some other time. Join us next week, where instead of getting shot down over a carrier or crashing on the taxiway, I hopefully finish a fucking mission. Ta-ta.